Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our final region of the Marvel Rivals Championship here in Season 0. We are on console and we are heading to North America. We have covered on PC, North America, Asia, and Europe. And now, on console, we have covered Asia and Europe, and we're finishing it off with North America as we get the lead into Season 1. Just so you all know, Season 1, we will have a little bit of a, maybe like 1 or 2 day gap, but I'm attempting to make content to fill that gap. Might be 4 days maximum, but either way, I'm just going to attempt to, give myself a little bit of a break if need be, but I'm trying to pre-record so that y'all have something to build up as we set ourselves up for day number 1 of Season 1. Let's introduce our teams on the left-hand side in this lower bracket, round 10 to start us off. We got 3 series here as Champs versus Cold Harbor was a forfeit. So we are starting ourselves off with Sexy 6 versus vbqJWol with a nickname of SMTE. We're going to call them VBQ. We're starting off with the Doctor Strange ban and the Black Panther ban. Hela and the Hulk will be our 2 protections. So we are pre-upper bracket quarterfinals. Excuse me. Let's see what we get here. We see the Iron Man and the Star-Lord, both flyers, taken out here. Let's see what both teams decide to lock in. With Iron Man removed, that still leaves us open for Hela, Punisher, Hawkeye is still available. And we are seeing a lead into the Thor. Now, Thor, very highly prioritized, it seems, in console, at least compared to PC. PC players, they seemed to, at the highest levels, lean a little bit more over to the Venom when they needed a dive character. But in Season 1, we're definitely going to be expecting to see a little bit more Thor. This is a best of 5, ladies and gentlemen, as let's introduce our players. On the left-hand side, in the blue trunks on defense of Symbiotic Surface, it will be Sexy 6. And playing for them, we have Mixu playing on the Incredible Hulk. Coach 9 is on Lunar Snow. Free Toxic will be playing Mantis. Spectacular... Oh, sorry, I missed a player there. Spectacular Mao will be playing the Hela. Nah is playing Thor. And Indec TTV will be on the Namor. Make sure you check out anyone who's got the TTV. Make sure you check out their streams so that we can all find good, fun people to watch. And on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, on attack, it is VBQ with her bad pup playing the Magneto. Draith on the Cloak and Dagger. Ling Zeo is the best pronunciation I can do of that. On the Lunar Snow. Darlene playing the Hela. TTV and a Goat on the Namor. And Kuchu will be playing the Thor. And the Thors trading back and forth already. Both teams going for a classic 2-2-2 to start us off. We've once again moved away from the NA players who seem to very much like their 2-1-3. 2 Vanguards, 1 Duelist, and 3 Strategists. VBQ sending Kuchu up to the high ground as Mixu is able to help drive them back. Sexy 6 able to hold at this early stage. Poker down range. Looking to try and defend. Now, this is an attack Namor and a defense Namor. In fact, these teams almost identical if it weren't for the support, where we have that Cloak and Dagger coming in from Draith to give them a little bit of dive potential versus Free Toxic, who went with the more defensive Mantis to try and hold them back. Nah getting dropped low, and here comes that Soul Rejuvenation from Free Toxic to try and push him back, to drive him off the point, and they are succeeding. 30% of the point has been taken, though, as VBQ able to get some score in here. Reminder, you'll be seeing PC controls, keyboard and mouse controls, even though the players are playing on console, because I'm observing on keyboard and mouse. The players were playing on controller, but when you observe, it defaults to whatever you're playing. Horde of Proteus knocks down Free Toxic, who is taken out immediately. Counter Horde of Proteus going to stun out Kuchu here to try and finish him off, but Fate of Both Worlds from both teams has shut down any further push. trying to sustain, but Sexy 6 very split out here. Dalene to the sky with the Goddess of Death to try and take down Coach 9, picks him off, and vbq are looking to claim point number 1, taking out Nah as well. Meteor M to try and shut this down. Takes out Ling to try and push on through. Mixu holding it for their team right now as Meteor M comes in from the other side. Herbert Pump takes out Indek, Free Toxic, and Mixu as vbq claim the first point. They have 3 minutes and 58 seconds left. Awakened Rune, a little bit of ranged poke for Kuchu. Setting their team up for the point here. Remind this is a best of 5, so there's plenty of opportunity for these teams to make a comeback as Indek moves on over to the Wolverine. Ironic, I'm recording this on the 16th, so day before you're seeing it, I believe. Very ironic that someone in the comments this morning when I woke up was like, it's super weird we don't see more Wolverine from the console players. And yeah, as if summoned, Indek gonna be bringing it out. Forced to dash away though. As vbq, they're getting the momentum. They're starting to push her back here. Her bad up, trying to push in. Got a Thunder into the backline, but Nah is taken out. Super fast Order Proteus in the choke point. The map will activate and zone away Kuchu. Awakened Rune to try and isolate. Stunned out by the Wolverine. Forced to back up, but with the metallic bulwark from Magneto, they're able to get the point over to tier 2 and begin to push on in. Trying to chase down the retreating members of Sexy 6. Kuchu stunned out, but tanking. Trying to get onto Indek. Trying to just chase them down. Needs 2 more Thor Force before they're able to grab themselves another Awakened Rune. Down goes Mixu. Free Toxic in full retreat. Spectacular is taken out as well. And Sexy 6 are on the back foot here. And a Goat taken out on the Namor on the attack. But vbq still pushing forward relentlessly here. Herbert Pup with the zoning. Meteor M into the doorway. Spectacular. Able to get away. Coach 9 taken out though. Got a Thunder to zone away the backline, allowing Herbert Pup to try and focus the front lines to just burn through them. Kuchu is down though, but a little bit too deeply here. But there's a good set of zone coming in from Herbert Pup to try and keep him off the point. Make space for the card to make its way in. There's the fade of Eternal. Bonds into the backline, takes out Coach 9, Spectacular Mao in for melees, Order Proteus to zone him away, down goes Mixu, and that cart is cruising on in. One last wraparound from Wolverine, Indek unable to get there in time. 0, 2, 3. vbq claiming the triple on map number 1. With just under 3 minutes remaining, they've set themselves up very nicely. And Sexy 6 now find themselves on attack. Need that triple score to even this up. Let's see if they are able to do so. Any hero swapping here. Draith sticking with that cloak and dagger for vbq, and Sexy 6 will be mixing it up a little bit here. We're so far, again, these might not make it out the door, but we're seeing them sticking with that Wolverine. Now onto the Groot. Indek will be picking up the Thor here. Mixu with that incredible Hulk, but going to move over to the Magic. Spectacular Mao on the Spectacular Spider-Man, and Coach 9 looking to pick up the Adam Warlock. No team-up synergy here, but of course the Adam Warlock is just quite strong. Not meta, but has their place. Can get some really good value. Also, I do believe, now correct me if I'm wrong if this spelling is incorrect, but I believe from Spectacular Mal there, that spelling is the name of like one of the oldest native cat breeds in Egypt, which implies that it, again, correct me if I'm wrong, this is purely like speculative history I've heard from like somewhere else and I don't remember the source, so please correct me if I'm wrong, but there is like the idea that some guy named it like a Pokemon, just saw this cute cat and said, oh, what are you over here? Meow! Oh, alright. Coach 9 revives in the cocoon here. I'm so looking forward to the comments on this video. I'm about to get roasted. Kuchu trying to zone him away from the front line as vbq set themselves up on the defense as Sexy 6 trying to make their way forward. Spectacular needs to start landing some pickups. Already dropped to low, but the healing output is very good. They've got that Lunar Snow healing, so it doesn't matter if they step onto the side, they're still going to get a little bit of sustain as most of the healing is going to be going on to Kuchu. Kuchu taken out here. Index, sorry, is going to be the one taking the majority of the healing, allowing Spectacular Mao to just get that passive healing as they make their way forward. Needs a little bit of active healing, pushing their way in. Mixu went a little bit deep, caught out of position. Nah, protecting the team as Indek is deep in the backline. Awakened Rune trying to zone away those frontline members. Horda Proteus into their own backline as they are taken out. Spectacular can get an elimination though. They'll be bringing back Indek and allowing this push to continue. It's free Toxic with a fate of both worlds, trying to keep the team up, barely keeping Coach 9 alive. Coach 9 finally goes down. Spectacular unable to find the elimination to bring back the Thor. Taken out with the Meteor M from her bad pup. Pushing them back the rest of the way. Indek goes down. Mixu chased all the way back to base, and they're trying to trap him in base. They're trying to lock him down. vbq looking to try and close this out with 2 minutes to go. They're trying to just lock down the members of Sexy 6. Doing a good job so far. Mixu reviving back to the rest of the team, going to be making their way up. They have that siege breaker ability that Magic can offer by diving the backline. Nah, great metallic bulwark to protect themselves, but free Toxic is not going to be so lucky. Focus down. Coach 9 onto the cloak and dagger, but again, the dive potential is too good. They're forced back. Indek has moved on to the Storm here. But now no one's playing the Thor, so they're not getting the bonus. Indek just back to the Thor. Coach down once again. They're sticking with it this time. They're going to try and break it. But vbq set up beautifully right now. And a goat. Order Proteus into the backline. Free Toxic with the one tap there, taking them out. Spectacular takes to the sky with the Goddess of Death, but the fate of both worlds is going to shut that down. There's going to be no more push coming out of this. But it's giving the team a little bit of space, making their way forward. Coach with the Eternal Bond, trying to set their team up for this aggressive push. Draith mirroring from the other side, trying to give them some space. Deline in the Goddess of Death onto Coach 9, takes them down. The defense. Mixu, Darkchild in the backline, God of Thunder from Indek. Mixu finishes off the line and is doing some good work here. Meteor M from her bad pop takes out Mixu, and free Toxic goes down. And a goat taken out by Indek, but Indek is going to be focused down, isolated, and is taken out along with Nah. vbq in control, 20 seconds remaining. Spectacular is going to go Spider-Man for the last couple seconds just to try and give them that quick rotation, the chance to make it in, but loses the 1v1 to Ling Xiaoyu. Ling healing up the team, God of Thunder to zone him away. No one can touch the point, and vbq 3-0 take game number 1. Nicely done. Heard bad pup. Grabbing MVP there. 16 final hits for Deline. 14 for her bad pup. 11 for NA Goat. 7 just for Kuchu alone. That is the second lowest amount of eliminations on the team. And it's 1 less than the total amount of eliminations from Sexy 6. Damage output. 19k for Deline and NA Goat. Both of them able to put out the DPS there and get 7k more than both Mixu and Spectacular Mao. Damage blocked. 17k for Mixu. Doing some great work there. Tank and off tank, but the most 24k for Na, but 26k for her bad pup. The Magnetos, of course, going to be the main bulwarks for their team here. And the top healer, free Toxic on the Lunar Snow. Doing a great job there, but along with the rest of the team, getting eliminated 9 times, you lose that presence on the board. While the healing numbers are good, if you're going down, it means you're not there to keep your team going. Alright, y'all, that is going to be game number 1 of this best of 5 here in NA. Quick reminder, this picture is actually a little bit out of date because we just crossed 8% of people watching these videos being subscribed. So if you want to help us bring it up, see if we can get to 10%, that would be appreciated as it really helps this channel grow by people liking and subscribing these videos. Leaving a comment, of course, helps it get boosted in the algorithm as we head towards Season 1 so that people can get Season 1 casts directly. The second it goes live, I will be recording and getting those two, assuming nothing goes wrong. Also, little benefit, if you are signed up for Season 1 and want me to cast your team, the open qualifiers, I can just go for anyone. So literally just ask. Leave a comment saying, hey, my team will be this in Season 1, would love you cast. I can't promise to get to everyone, but if you're a viewer of mine, I'm going to try. I'm going to try and get some of the best teams, and of course I'm going to try and drop in on anyone who's like, hey, maybe jump in. Give us a go. We're going to be on this region. This is our team name. We'd like that. So those are appreciated. Shout out to our 2 YouTube members who get these casts a day early whenever possible, Jax Prime and John. Thank you both for your incredible support. You too can become a member to get that little symbol next to your name and, of course, get these videos up to 24 hours early, sometimes more. The grand finals for Asia were up 2 days early because of real-life situations meant I wasn't able to get them up on the day they were supposed to, so I just put them up early there for you. Didn't mean I had to record them early, and I nearly passed out. You should watch that cast. You can hear that I am struggling at the end. Solo casting a very long series like that, it was awesome. Go watch that one as well. And if you want to support as well, remember, if you're on YouTube Premium, thank you for the ad support. If you're not, maybe turn off your ad blocker for these particular casts and then turn it back on afterwards. I only ever put ads in between the games like we're about to see. And finally, you can support by hitting that thanks button and give me a little bit of support because I'm not sponsored and I do not take Marvel's money as of yet because they have not offered it to me. Marvel Netties, I am easy to buy. I am very much for sale. Alright, let's get set up for map number 2, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you all in but a moment.
Yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it.
And we are back. Sorry for slapping the microphone there, ladies and gentlemen, as we are heading in to map number 2, VBQ, currently 1-0 up. They are now on the left. Sexy 6 are on the right as we are heading to Spider Island's Convoy. Hella will be banned away this time, taken away from Deline. What is the ban from VBQ? Is there anything there that may have been a little troublesome? They're going to ban the Mantis. Interesting. Free Toxic was a pretty solid Mantis. Not too surprised to see it removed. Timed their ultimates pretty effectively, kept the team up when needed. So taking that away, pretty sensible. Star-Lord this time will be protected. Last time we saw Star-Lord and Iron Man taken away. Doctor Strange also going to be allowed through this time, secured by Sexy 6. Nah, already hovering that Magneto. Black Panther removed from play. They don't want to deal with that backline dive, which is interesting. They might know something I don't because I'm jumping in at this stage of the tournament. Black Panther, very, very strong, but we've already seen the magic coming in there from Sexy 6. So perhaps that is the reason why they want to leave open the one that they prefer playing. And Iron Man, take it away, especially with Strange already on the board. You want to remove that Hulk ability. Now, of course, you still get that Gamma Burst available for the Doctor Strange, for that Gamma Maelstrom. So they could still go for Hulk plays if the teams wanted to. Ooh, interesting. There is the Hulk coming in for Sexy 6. They've both teams have gone for an Adam Warlock, but only vbq are running it with the team up of the Star-Lord. Very interesting. vbq, I'd say their composition actually looks a little bit more solid. They have that backline dive capability. They have the ability to isolate people from the front line. They are going to mix it up and go over to the Groot here. A little bit indecisive. A bad pup. Sticking with the Hulk. The Groot is strong, can be very, very good here, but the Hulk gives them that backline dive potential, makes NA GOAT so strong. NA GOAT, by the way, the Morn from last game, this time going to be running in with the damage, but they've got the isolation ability with Kuchu here, they've got flexibility. Whereas Sexy 6, they're relying very heavily on backline dive potential, with their only damage being Spider-Man. He is a burst hero. He does not have great finishing potential outside of his ult, so they're so reliant on just keeping their front line alive while Spider-Man does work. But look at this. Spider-Man engages, Spider-Man does damage, Spider-Man leaves. Where is the follow-up? What is Spider-Man really getting done here? He needs to be pulling people into his team. Maybe then they'll be able to get a little bit of value here. But even then, isolated by Wolverine, gets a great protection from the Adam Warlock, actually. So they're able to push on through, dropping low. But no one is dropping low enough to finish off here, especially with the extra protection that we are seeing from that Soul Bond from Draith on that Adam Warlock. Her bad pup does fall down into the Bruce Banner mode, so there is a very slow but steady combo that does seem to be working here. Pulling on to the Star-Lord, Blaster Mirage. Spectacular Mao backing up, and they are the first team I've seen utilizing the Spider-Man in this way. Basically playing it like Venom, isolating, trying to just do a bit of disruption onto the backline. In, out, almost like a tank buster. But the Galactic Legend coming down from the line onto Free Toxic, but unable to break the front line with the helmet of the stage from the Eternal Bond. vbq, they really are struggling to break this. That is a stun on all of the healers, though. And this time the Blaster Mirage is good. Free Toxic is down. Spectacular Mouse swings away. And vbq are finally able to break the front line. But Sexy 6 already going way further than they did last time. Finding the line, pull in, quick dash away, using those unstoppable frames to get away from Spectacular Mao, who is once again just trying to get into the backline. It's a little bit of damage. Little bit far forward there, but we'll make it to their team. Hulk smash in the backline from her bad pup, trying to cause a little bit of disruption to prevent the support for Spectacular Mao. Kuchu taking out Free Toxic, and they've locked down completely the Doctor Strange, finishing them off. Indec goes down. Her bad pup shifting back into the original form. Spectacular Mao swinging back to their team. Heal to full. They do have the spectacular spin. This is where they have their opportunity to try and jump in and burst that round. Draith with the Karmic Revival. They find Spider-Man. Onto the Hulk. More of a tank buzzer. Spectacular swing. Tackled by the Wolverine. Kuchu with the play. Final stand onto the front line. Taking Strange. Dropping them low. We're going to see the fate of both worlds to try and keep them alive. Counter on the Wolverine. Kuchu versus Indec to try and break through each other. But Kuchu coming out on top currently in the duel, but actually almost turned around. Great save by NA. Go very nearly getting picked off in that aggressive engage. But this means the Sexy Six, with Index swapping off the Hulk, have given up on that strange team up, meaning they are running a solo Vanguard right now. Cosmic Cluster, Chain Heal. Through the Snow, getting targeted, gets the heal. And the Soul Bond to drive him back. That is an aggressive play by Gnar. Gets punished, picked off here. vbq trying to make the play. Coach with the Karmic Revival just in case they get isolated. Draith on the flank, found by Spider-Man, but gets the res just in time. Spectacular is trying to burst through him though, as Kuchu finished off a couple members there. Down there's the Spectacular Mao. Kuchu is trying to hold the line, trying to burst through and finish off the members of Sexy Six after they've already been revived once, and they will melt them. vbq once again able to hold before a single point on the board, but that was still much stronger of a performance by Sexy Six, showing signs of life in this best of 5.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Let's see. Any adjustments to the composition? Sexy Six, Spectacular Mao, off of the Spider-Man. Going to be moving on to the Namor. Mixu going to be moving over to the Hulk. Indek thinking about running that Wolverine, but has not locked it in yet. Coach 9. Indecisive, but looking at Cloak and Dagger. vbq already with a 1-game lead. They just have to beat 90 meters and 11 centimeters in order to move on to that lower bracket round 11. The way this works, we will be covering all of our lower bracket games, ladies and gentlemen. I believe the order is going to be vbqJWol versus Sexy Six, as we've already mentioned. Then I believe I'm doing Corsair versus AFBS in the lower bracket round 10, and then U6PVD5 versus Frenzy Flame as the last of my lower bracket round 10 games. We'll then be doing our upper bracket quarterfinals, which lead into our lower bracket round 11, followed by our lower bracket round 12, then upper bracket semis, lower bracket quarters, lower bracket semi, upper bracket final, and of course lower bracket final, then grand final. Plenty of games to cover, a couple forfeits in there, but we'll deal with them when we come to them, because of course I am casting these from the future! Unbreakable Guard from her bad pup. Trying to drive him back, not able to find the finishing blow for the moment. Looks like they're actually whistling to see if they can like get Kuchu to jump on board here. Mixu may be doing the same, as both teams have that human cannibal fast ball special available for the Wolverine. Tackled, isolated by Kuchu. Mixu trying to retreat to the rest of the team, getting focused down, dropped low, sent into batter. Her bad pup also low, but is deep in the backline, trying to cause trouble. Gets back to their front, to the front line to push on in. Dropped low, retreats. Back to the healing, dropped back to batter as well though, and is taken down. Lig trying to sustain the team through. Horn of Proteus stuns them out, but they're still going forward. Final stand by Wolverine. Delight and Kuchu get the triple between each other. And already vbq are starting to catch up. Ling with the final hit, getting an elimination there. Drafe looking for one of their own, drops them down and gets the isolation with the Cosmic Cluster. Only 2 people on the point. Portal to come in and buy a little bit of extra time. Draith has that Karmic Revival, is going to be doing it in advance, as no one has fallen yet, but they want to make sure that they are in the game right now. Mixu through the portal to touch the point, but cannot reach in time.
1, 2, 0.
vbq extend their lead in a 2-0 right now.
Another epic victory.
Performing very well. Kuchu on the Wolverine. Not surprising here. Their hyper-aggression, their ability to isolate people when need be, and playing Wolverine and not getting eliminated once is no easy feat. They are the only player to not get eliminated once. 11k damage, so they weren't just hiding. They ate 6k damage as well, not half bad. Just impressive. Great work by Kuchu. 30 final hits, 25 eliminations. They will grab that MVP. Top damage in the game is going to be, once again, Deline. Sneaking in there, barely getting ahead of their teammates. Only 500 this time. This time, once again, beating out NA Goat. But NA Goat playing the Doctor Strange this time. Still able to get 5 final hits, so keeping up with Deline even on this different role. Damage blocks, of course, goes over to Nah this time. 22k. They were frontlining that entire game as Strange, giving it their best, trying to get through. Same with NA Goat. You can see they were attacking for a bit. They're getting 16k damage blocked as well. And finally, the healing numbers. There was a little bit of swapping around, so it's a little bit more spread out this time, especially for Sexy 6. But vbq, 18k for Ling Xiaoyu. Taking the most healing in pretty solid fashion. And already, we are on match point in this best of 5. Can Sexy 6 bring it back, or will we see a clean 3-0 by vbq? The only way to find out is to, well, there's many ways to find out. You can just check the Wikipedia or go in-game yourself and look at the matches, which you can do. The replay IDs, as always, will be in the description of the video, so you can just go into the game and watch these games yourself from every view. As a player you particularly like, you can just jump on in. While I appreciate you here listening to my casting, I always just want to make sure that everything is convenient and helpful for you all as possible, as best I can. I'm not a professional observer. Please forgive that. So, let's get ourselves set up for game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Will we see vbq close this out, or will we see the beginning of the Sexy 6 reverse sweep? Find out after this break. Royal Palace could be the place where Sexy 6 will be eliminated. Reminder, we are in the lower bracket round 10 here, meaning that if anyone gets eliminated, they are out and will have to wait for Season 1 in order to try again. Sexy 6, they need to get a full reverse sweep here. Mantis gonna be banned away by vbq once again. Black Panther taken out for Sexy 6. This means the Hela sneaks through the bans this time. Hela locked in on the board. Nah is looking at a penny here. Interesting. And Iron Man banned out consistently by vbq. This time will be locked in, but this means that vbq can just ban out Hulk. But that would force their hand. Sexy 6 maybe trying to drive the draft a certain way here. Very interesting. Let's see what they do. Star-Lord taken out. And vbq, they do in fact take out that Hulk. Whether it was a trap or they're just playing optimally, they're still going to remove that incredible Hulk. Her bad pup, frontline previous game, now going to be on to the Punisher. NA Goat moving off the Namor, looking to pick up the Strange. Or are they? Or are they? Considering a little bit of flipping around there, but it looks like NA Goat will be driven off of damage onto Tag. Kind of wants it. Wants to force the swap. But looks like her bad pup ain't biting. Sexy 6. They are going quite aggressive here, with so far hovering the Magic and the Spider-Man and the Hela. Going for a triple DPS setup here, triple duelist. A matchup that, like, has a, like, one of the lowest win rates in ranked play, but in the right situation, nice aura walks, can really get the work done.
The battle starts in 5.
Let's see if they're able to execute on this.
2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area.
vbq. Going to be making their way in. In terms of the competitive games I have cast, I'm just looking here. I don't believe these stats are 100% up to date, but I believe that currently 3 duelist compositions do in fact have the lowest win rate, just ahead of 4 tank compositions, which I have had 1 game. So that is a statistical anomaly and should not be counted. Spectacular. Swing in, swing out. As such, their team has lost a point because Spectacular Mao is in the fight for about 2 seconds and then leaves. Draith trying to keep her bad pup sustained, giving them the opportunity to try and pressure onto the choke point. Nah, dropping a little low here on this front line, trying to drive the point, give their team some space to move. Getting healed up, all of the healers are able to focus onto Nah on that front line due to the fact that they don't have to worry about Spider-Man. They're somewhere else. Nah, positioning a little bit unsafe there, a little bit off to the side. Her bad pup was taken out, but revived immediately by Draith as NA Goat takes out Mixer. Trying to make their way, force them into the doorway. They've been able to regain control, but the turret is up with the Seer. God of Thunder takes out Coach 9 and Free Toxic, and with the strategist taken down, Indek trying to drive back Kuchu, and we see Sexy 6 forced off the point as vbq reclaim control. 38-19, currently in favor of vbq, who still hold the point. Her bad pup up on the chandelier.
You've captured more than half of the mission
Spots
area.
Magic.
Keep going.
Knows they are there. It's going to be Thor who attempts to drive through it. Little bit of damage output. Finishes them off as Indek takes to the sky to try and give them that a bit of extra space. Can't see the Punisher on the lamp there. On the chandelier. Taken out. Her bad pup with the positioning there. Deline trying to zone everyone off the point here as they hit 72%. Where is Mao? They are the person who might be able to try and turn this around for their team, but they need to start finding these picks. Spectacular swing, cancelled out through the window, and suddenly Spectacular Mao is isolated away from their team. Finds the Punisher, trying to play evasive, trying to evade. Punisher quick smoke bomb to back out, retreats to their team immediately into the fate of both worlds. Spectacular Mao able to retreat and keep their team up as there's no ultimates available for vbqJWol. And TNA, NA Goat down, her bad pup down. They're trying to hold it. Kutu falls. I believe NA Goat was revived at the BRB. Draith trying to keep NA Goat up as Sexy 6 have been able to take back control. But now, with their lack of tankiness, with their only 1 frontliner, can they hold this? 99-42. Culling turret for her bad pup. Making their way in. God of Thunder and Kuchu picks up the double. Spectacular Mao goes down. And I think we're about to see an absolute annihilation of the point here. With Sexy 6, do they have anyone who can touch it? Portal! They touch the point! The Eye of Agamotto is interrupted though. Shut down completely. Her bad pup has already picked up Coach 9. And Indek has been eliminated as well. NA Goat blast them off the point. And point number 1 goes over to vbq. And Sexy 6 are up against the wall now. They have one last chance to try and bring this back. They need to win both these rounds in a row. And then they need to secure every single map from then on in. The pressure is
30 seconds
on.
before you attack. Get ready.
vbq in full control right now. Sexy 6, they're gonna mix it up a bit. Spider-Man has been abandoned. We are going safe now. We're picking up the Winter Soldier, and so has the Magic. They're going full safety. They're going to try and disrupt vbq, bringing out the Magneto. But vbq are mixing it up as well. They've got something that could maybe disrupt this safe defensive play as Venom for Kuchu has made an appearance. They're going to portal to give that turret some space to fire. Her bad pup, steady as she goes. Aim down the line and fire. Taking out 1, 2, looking for 3, doing huge damage through the portal. From above with the culling turret. They're trying to zip line in for the engage. Little bit of a misplay there. Final judgment in the spawn entrance. Gets punished for it, for the greed there. A Sexy 6, they got forced back to spawn, but they were able to get the Punisher and force out an ultimate. Point is still taken by vbq, but here comes Sexy 6 trying to drive their way backwards. Indek on the Hella now, picks up 1. Draith brings back Ling. So currently the presence is still full 6 for the members of vbq. Sexy 6 trying to poke in. Looking to try and finish off that Punisher on the turret. Turret down. Getting out of there! Indek barely staying upright. Ling with the fade of both worlds to keep the team up. Free Toxic goes down. Deline is doing so much work here. Trying to take out Nah on the retreat. Spectacular Mao up in the air with the fade of both worlds. Will force them back with the Astral Flock. Kuchu on the point, trying to hold it, currently 50% to 32 in favor of vbq, who have control, driving them back with her bad pump, taking out Mixu, Eye of Agamotto, Nah, taken out, but they did get Draith on that backline. Frenzied arrival onto the Winter Soldier, gets Bionic hooked in. Do they have to take it into the audience? They have that symbiotic resistance, have to use it to stay up map heal. And Deline finishes off the elimination, takes out Mao. Down goes Deline. Her bad pup returning to the point. Spectacular Mao making their way in. Mixu taking a little bit of damage, needs to protect their team. Iron Bulwark, Iron Agamotto starting out the backline, but they're staying up. Coach 9 finally falling as her bad pump once again has set up a beautiful turret position to try and drive him back. Deline has a great angle as well. They take Hella out of the Goddess of Death, keeping the control there. Venom diving deep onto the point. Meteor M blocked by the terrain, and TTVNA Goat taking out Free Toxic. Kuchu finally goes down. Her bad pup losing out on their ultimate there. Spectacular Mao not getting the resets they wanted. They are finished. Free Toxic trying to make their way back on. 51 to 69. Sexy 6 were in control for a while there. But the line damage output too strong there, forcing back the members of Sexy 6. Spectacular Mao. They need to get to the point fast each time here, so they have brought back Spider-Man. Spider-Man versus Venom, a battle for the ages, and Spider-Man chooses to take in the good of all. To try and get on the point. They've got a touch, though. Make their way in. They've touched it. They've got to stay alive. Staying on the point, need to get down, take it out, but they bought time for their team to step on in. Drafe with the C for the extra damage. Amber going to try and hold them through it as her bad pups dropping low the line in the sky, trying to find the right angles, and they've got good positioning. Trying to finish them off, free Toxic, dropping low. Aya Vagamoto into the back, looking to try and take him out, but it is blocked by the shield. Coach 9 almost having that fate of both worlds. The line is taken down, brought back at the BRB. Spectacular Mao into the back line onto her bad pup as Mixu is trying to hold the point with the metallic bulwark. They go down. Need to get people on the point. NA Goat holding the line, and Mao does not have the tackiness to hold this. That is GG. As vbq take the clean series.
Another epic victory. Big win.
vbq claiming victory. NA Goat gonna be getting it this time. 11 final hits. 25 eliminations, only getting taken out once. And doing 14k damage, most in the game. Just beating out the line this time. 23k damage blocked, second highest in the game, just behind Na, who just kind of ate all of the aggro a lot of the time for their team. 31k damage blocked. Top healing will be able to free Toxic this time. 22k. Putting in the work for their team. Speaking of putting in the work, Index, shout out for the hella here. Got eliminated 7 times, but that is actually one of the lower ones on their team. It's second highest and also second lowest. So yes, they are pretty much in the middle. Exactly in the middle. 2 people went down 9 times. 2 people went down 6 times. Sorry, 3 people went down 9 times. So they're almost exactly in the middle. And still managed to pick off 10 people. So but double their entire rest of their team combined. Putting in a little bit of work there. Putting on the performance. Healing numbers were good across the board for everyone here. Coach 9 focused down quite a few times, did struggle a little bit. Kuju with the Venom. 9 final hits, 15 elimination. 10k damage as well, keeping up with Spectacular Mao. So Spectacular Mao did the same damage as the Venom, but absorbed almost 9k less damage. This is why we just almost, and of course got eliminated 6 more times. This is why we don't see that much Spider-Man. While he does have a place, you should definitely go over, if you're not already, and watch Necros on Twitch and on YouTube, I believe. They have some great explanations of where you can utilize Spider-Man, and tank busting is good, what we see on there. Dive in, do damage, dive out, dive in, do damage, dive out. But it's got to be in the right composition, and it's got to be in the right play style. They're going to explain it better than I am. I am not an expert. I am a caster. I try to make the games entertaining. I'm giving you the best knowledge I can, but if you want like the proper expert play there, I'm a generalist, they are an expert. So make sure you go check out Necros, especially there where I've learned a lot of stuff as well. So make sure you go have a look at them. For now though, everybody, thank you very much for watching. That is the end of this series today. We are just getting started for NA on console in Season 0 Doom's Rise of the Marvel Rivals Championship. Reminder that if you are entering into Season 1 games, to leave a comment saying what your region and team is, and I'll see if I can pick you up a game or 2 of you in those open qualifiers so that I can get some commentary done for some of my viewers, which I do want to do once I'm getting back to streaming again, especially. So big shout out if you can jump in on those. And of course, remember, if you're enjoying, to like, comment, and subscribe. Classic shilling over. Thank you all for watching. Tune back in tomorrow for our next lower bracket round 10 game as we make our way through the North American Console Marvel Rivals Championship for Season 0. I've been Tetcher, and I'll see you all tomorrow.